lakad matatag!
Normally. Genius. They have the very last pick. Don't even hesitate. Pick up a Mars. Fair enough. He's tanky, so that's great against all of the spell damage coming out. He can pick up a pipe, which I think is definitely a valuable item to go for after. That is the mark of a good Silencer 5. Just going this build, because the Glaze, they aren't bad. They're fairly mana efficient, especially if you need a last second bit of damage. Holy crap, they actually went for that dive, and this is gonna be the return kill. Or, yeah, I think level 5 is the most important time for the Monkey King here, because he's going for that Jingu build. He actually wants to get his Jingu stacks maxed and full health himself with a single one of those Boundless. But well, Monkey King is entirely fine with 2-man stun. DB isn't over on that bottom lane. Now the tech heat one hero then. We can do this, and we can swap heroes. So I'm gonna give that a try, hoping to make it a little bit easier to watch. And it looks like with the Mars Arena on the mid lane, everybody is gonna go down to quite low health for them. Still man fighting out the Tusk, Silence dishing out a lot of damage from the back lines. And that's just gonna be Trezam killed off. Varus, he trades his life for the int there. And CZY is gonna be the next target. Is gonna get rolled at with the snowball. DB still man fighting as best he can. Yaoi trying to run away from the Tiny, and that is the arena. And it's not even an overkill, because this Tiny, like I said, was the problem that you need to shut down, and that's good. However, the Monkey King almost dying at the top lane. Never mind, is being kept back. One more hit is gonna do it. Can he get that last hit in? Oh, never mind, 2 hits. He is gonna kill him off and die to the Mars. Totally worth it. You are guaranteed happy to kill off in your dream though. Please after I change some commands around. But here we go. And is Monkey King actually gonna go for that ultimate or not? Because this would be a 3 versus 2 fight. And there we go. 2-man stunned. No. Wait a second. That's no Wukongs thanks to the arena knocking down the tree. That's a bit of a grief. In your dream, actually getting screwed over by his own teammate, and Yaoi is instead gonna die. CZY now still alive. Monkey King, he's gonna get that Jingu off, but instead he's just gonna fall. Army geniuses, oh my god. That was such a good initiation. Come back from this. One huge component of that is gonna be the Visage Rave Pack, but it's still a while till Rave Pack.
Radiant structures are fortified.
On the mid lane, Trezam, he killed off the Mars, and despite not having the arena just yet, Army geniuses, they decided to commit the Wukongs, lost their Monkey King there. I did not expect, they don't quite have an idea what's going on. Instead, Tusk gets Avalanche tossed. There is a global side, 2-man Ice Shards. And that amazing combo is going to be followed up with a perfect snowball. In comes the techies though, into 3 people. 3-man stun into a mine, and that is the Silencer. He got a good global out. Or not the Silencer, the Tusk actually. But Silencer got a good global out, and now he's dead. Alright, so Tusk did end up getting focused. He didn't quite get the snowball ready. That was entirely my bad. Because snowball, that cooldown, it gets awfully short, just a level or 2 more. Visage is gonna get thrown back, but there's 2-man Wukongs with the Mars jumping in. Shield crash. Not shield crash, but you get what I mean. And down goes Tiny, not quite. Mercury trying to get himself out, maybe with the Avalanche. He can get his blink ready, and Tiny is indeed out. Mercury, never mind that. In comes Monkey King with a jump into the kill, and never mind, elsewhere on the map. Killed off the Tusk once again. Trezam now goes on down to the Mars plus Monkey King, and they are looking for this high value Morphling kill. Morphling, the one hero that's kind of been a thorn in the side of Army Geniuses. The side lane matchup, Silencer, Visage, delicious. That's just free food for this growing rock golem. Now the team fight is gonna be initiated by the Tusk snowballing in. 2-man arena, 3-man arena with the Morphling. Actually waveforming into that, the Wukongs gets thrown out as well to follow that up. In comes a nice techie stun, and the first one to die is the Mars. Silence is still on the backlines, but guess what? Wukong gets killed up by the Morphling as Tiny is now sprinting in, looking for a bunch of kills. would like to start off with the silencer. And on the backlines, Tusk goes on down instead. That's Morphling still survives through all of that, more strength, and they clean up even the bird familiars. Full team wipe just for your techies going down. The Rave Pack got the Orchid Malevolence, is now queuing up a BKB. Not like you need all that many items against Varus here. Yeah, you just slow him, send the spiders at him, and it's not even required to wait for the Orchid damage or anything like that. He can one-shot him there. Just by Orchid plus spiders, every spider giving one hit. I think the technique counts as one shot, as now Visage and Mars are both just gonna die, as will all of those cute little burbs. I mean, spiders are also cute, but those things are damn pain if they get to hit your tower. The Brute Mother is just gonna chill and make more of them. Alright, chill camera. So that's the new stable camera setting, which has been, well, it's not new, but it's like there's a new version of it which has been used for TI, but it's quite difficult to get used to. And we're gonna see if Tiny can survive long enough for the counter initiation. Yes, he can. Global Silence comes on out. However, Morphling does just purged off, shrug it up like that, and Silence is gonna go down for the Tiny. As with the Wurbox command, Monkey Kid just gonna get burst with the Lion Finger instead. Mars, the next target, not quite as easy as kill as Brute Mother thought. Brute Mother could be in a bit of trouble now. Morph finishes the Rex before turning around to go on the Visit. Visit's gonna go down. Double kill for Unknown, triple kill as he gets the Tusk follow-up, gets speared back by the Mars. But Morphling, he can't keep turning on those Rex. Brute Mother still has some spiders to push out the mid lane with. Make sure that, you know, they can keep going for objectives. Just end this game in one clean push, and there's no more tier 2 towers. So Army Genius, you know what, they just called it. Makes sense, because this was a devastating stomp, and it happens. You lose 3 out of 3 lanes. Run down the patch, right click on this patch.
You may now select your heroes.
Oh, yeah. This is kind of looking like a 2-0 with Aghanims and does his own thing. And Neek's Assassin will be chain stunned up. Patch with a good hook, trying to delay that one. However, it's not gonna be enough. At least they got a return kill and a flash heap onto Unknown. Silence Field, and right kicks down the Mirana as well as the Tusk. These are some quite efficient trades from a position 1, all things considered. Nice fissure, however, a hook from the Patch will have him gain another flash heap before dying himself. 2 for 2, and a lot of voice line spam coming.
There's no honor in dreaming. Dire's
Courier gets sniped by the Mirana. However, elsewhere, DB did just pop. Let me just fix that one real quick. And see if it works again. Patch. Gonna go with a hook. And that is gonna lead to another kill on the Earthshake actually. Unknown probably won't be able to live. Though even if you don't, I don't think you mind Crystal Maiden sitting in lane at 11 HP. Just securing those, as Patch misses the Brewmaster and risked going down himself, and that's why he didn't land that hook. Because they have perpetual vision on the Patch, meaning he's gonna get fissured off. Does have the flash heap active for a little while longer. Trying to turn around onto Koalamon. Unknown. Ooh, he's playing it close and is gonna hook back the Brewmaster. But Brewmaster a little bit too tanky for the Patch to die, even with all of the right clicks in the world from the Crystal Maiden. Koalamon, is he gonna live? The tower shots up one hand. On the other hand, this is not a hero you can feed. In your dream on the Bloodseeker, if he's gonna go for that Maelstrom build, it's gonna have amazing momentum. And now on the mid lane, that OD I talked about earlier, guess what? He's gonna get fissured. Walrus punched, and that level 6 of the Tusk coming in crucial here to enable another kill. Haste getting procced on the Tusk, who's now roaming in towards the bot lane. Patch got himself another kill on the Brewmaster. That could potentially be huge. However, look at the Bloodseeker running down that Visage. And Neek's Assassin, he may have a great spiked Carpus, however Tusk just wants to slow him down until Bloodseeker is there to speed himself up a bit. And now just look at In Your Dream go. It's gonna be another easy kill for Yaoi. 2 of those, because that's when this top lane actually has a chance to mostly kill Shazam, because that's just the main life, that's support life. Patch goes for an aggressive move under the tower. Though with his ultimate, he's almost allowed to do that, almost, as the Mirana needs to come in and he still gets a flash heap for it. I do love this aggressive, in-your-face Patch dying a lot to get flash heaps, because he's got 10 strength for free. He's opting for the Aghanim's first item, of course, meaning he's gonna get even more strength from the components of that. It's just gonna have so much health pool by the time he comes out of the laning stage. And it only delays your Aghanim's time by like 1 or 2 minutes maybe. OD sees a regen rune, instead finds an arrow, and with it lots and lots of pain from the Tusk.
Let us fight.
This is how Tusk is meant to be played. He is supposed to be played from ahead, which is exactly why I said it looks like a 2-0 in favor of Summit. And with the Patch going as strong as he is, that could still be the case. Since I... Over on the top lane. Patch teleports himself in. Tries to walk at Earthshaker. It's gonna be able to get 1 flash heap out of that so far. However, in exchange for the Crystal Maiden, who didn't quite get the most out of the freezing field, and Patch ulted up. This could only be the 1 kill. Bloodseeker almost dead, but he's gonna heal back up again. Now CZY wants to turn it around onto the Tusk instead. And OD comes on in with a nice Astral Imprisonment, getting himself a double. Can he make it to triple onto DB? Not quite, only level 2 in the Arcane Orb. So 2k gold lead for the Shazam has hidden himself in a nook in the trees. DB will be the target, getting focused by the Crystal Maiden, who's just baiting, acting like it's solo support, sent to make space. Instead, it's making space for the Patch to teleport in, try and get a solo kill on the Earthshaker. It's going to secure that one as the very first kill of the fight. OD will be the trade for that. Already creating Patch space in that sense at least, as now Bloodseeker able to run out, of course. Neek's Assassin gets killed off by the Mirana from the sidelines, and it's going to die for that as now Patch. He may have overstayed his welcome a little bit. I know it's still a huge hero though, so CZY buys back stuns and wants to enable at least 1 return kill onto the Brewmaster, making Patch just that little bit bigger and stronger. They do have to watch out for bigger fights involving that Burpmaster. And OD with the Midas, now opting for the Aghanim's. Not bad. You know what is bad, at least for Summit fans, Crystal Maiden dying. Snowball onto the OD, gets countered by a nice Neek stun. Neek's Assassin with Spiked Carpus trying to create as much space as possible. Not enough, however, as Earthshaker already has that Aghanim shard. Forgot about that one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Patch not able to get the recovery hood.
Dire are scanning.
Roche gets scouted out. Army geniuses are the one contesting it. However, Summit, they know what's going on here. Send in a Neek's Assassin to scout. Neek's Assassin walks on in there, looks for the stun. I don't think they can contest this anymore. It's dead on bottom lane. This is gonna push. Army geniuses, can they really do it? Because without the OD, they feel confident fighting OD. Whereas over on the top lane, Visage gets caught and Gravekeeper's cloak. It's not quite gonna melt, but with 2 people right-clicking you, it's still gonna go away quickly. Never mind. Trying to somehow get himself out of there, but no luck. No success. Instead, CZY walks on in and In Your Dream. And there's the Patch coming in. There's the damage plus the freezing field, delivering even more of it. Patch knows he has to get rid of the Brewmaster Spirit. but it may be too late, as now it's the other way around. Snowball comes in on the OD, and OD, no way, he is gonna die again. Patch turning it around, and no, OD actually saves himself with that imprisonment, and now Yaoi, he wanted to walrus punch the OD, and the imprisonment was just too long, so he had to use it, and now Patch gets the BKB out, heals himself back up again against In Your Dream, is gonna run at DB with the hook ready in 2 seconds. Brewmaster, he's gonna get caught. Patch doesn't have flash heap though, and that's percentage-based damage that you can only block with that. So Brewmaster is gonna click him down. The Spirit Vessel, not the greatest item against Patch anymore, but if he doesn't have the flash heap, it does serious work, or at least the BKB, right? Crystal Maiden is gonna die, so it's a one fight by the end of it. It's getting ran over time and time again. Game number 3 hype, Dota odds, what do you say? 70% win chance for Army Geniuses, meaning the late game from Summit is still respected, but OD, he needs to get to that late game first, and that Blink Dagger is still 400 gold away, means he's not gonna get there quite as easily. Patch though, he's ready, and he's a go. That's the one kill, that's the Dismember on the second visit, no Gravekeeper Stone, so that's gonna be iffy. However, never mind, does do a good job getting himself back behind that Rave Pack. Rave Pack, it's so powerful. I underestimate that slow on that thing constantly, because he just took minuscule damage, but at some point he saw 2 people turn at him, being like, yo, his Gravekeeper is down. Tusk backs himself off, Patch hook just barely off the mark. OD will instead find another follow-up kill for them though, but does Patch want to go for that? Decides against it. Smart move with Earthshaker in position. Now TP in from the Bloodseekers. Everybody wants to hunt on the side of Army Geniuses. They can't hunt too deep, but with the Snowball they won't have to. OD gets found, everybody is trying to dunk on him. OD gets killed off by the Bloodseeker hook off the mark once again. Patch, he can't afford those hooks missing. Is now gonna be able to turn around on the Bloodseeker. It's gonna hold him down during his BKB as Earthshaker is gonna go down. Patch still tanking, still rotting at 3 people, but the rot alone is gonna be enough to carry against 4 people here. Since Brewmaster came on in as reinforcement, meaning Crystal Maiden gonna get slowed, going for an ultimate, but snowballed up and killed.
Don't worry, Radiant are
This opens up the map. Bloodseeker. Yeah, he's gonna get the OD too. And with that, I think, despite the draft looking so strong, it's just looking lost now, since the BKB timing plus the Brewmaster split are doing the work when our Genius is needed. OD, he needs like almost 10 more minutes to come online, at least 5. And everyone on the side of RG is already doing work. Solid work. Just make goes on down. Patch goes for a Dismember onto the Tusk. Hooks back the Mirana. Is gonna get that kill by sheer accident. So maybe that will be enough to turn this fight around. However, there's Bloodseeker, Lincoln Sphere, and never mind, it's gonna be turned to and killed. Earthshake should still be dead here, I think, right? Patch trying, but nope. He split his damage too much between the Earthshake and the Tusk, so neither of them is gonna die. It's be necessary to full heal yourself too. Out comes the smoke. And it looks like going up the high ground.
Radiant are scanning.
Crystal Maiden gonna be the first one found and just instantly torn apart without so much as a Desolate on the Tusk. Next kill. Not quite with the Astral Imprisonment. OD, he wants his mana. He wants that ultimate, but instead he's just gonna die. And godlike Brewmaster, who has the Primal Split ready, means this tower is just gonna die undefended. Well, never mind. Is running down the lane as best he can to make a little bit of space for the Patch to hit whatever item timing he's going for, still after Chivas. And it looks like this tier 3 tower is gonna fall in absolutely no time unless Bloodseeker ends up being in trouble to the Patch. Patch has to cancel the Dismember though, and instead Crystal Maiden is gonna go on down, as will the tier 3 tower, as will the Rex here. Yeah, in Summer's defense we're not calling GG yet. They can't see the gold lead, they can just see the kill score. And it's hard to estimate against an OD, the enemy team is so far ahead. Patch doing his best to man fight up, as he still has the damage, especially against support. And Earthshaker's gonna fall, but so will almost everyone from Summit. Out comes the wall, out comes the silence. Buyback from the Patch, trying for the Fountain Hook onto Tusk. Even without the Fountain Hook, it's gonna be a kill. BKB gets procced. Tusk, Walrus Punch now. Neeks instead goes down. And Patch gets turned and gets killed off. 2 for nothing. That's just huge. And GG gets called. Summit, you can see they're done with this game. I can't blame them. They just got torn apart, and it seems like on the one hand, you can't ever get a perfect matchup. Here the technical nuke damage is gonna be an especially big thorn in Morphling's side. And guess what, Summit? Ooh, they are gonna go for one of those Primal Beast and Earthshaker, 2 beefcakes, so it is slightly harder of a lane to fight into. However, I think Bristleback with enough stacks in the Quill Spray will have the damage to actually run them down for the most part. Ooh, turns out you don't have to wait that long. If Beastmaster go charts. What? How? Morphling got solo killed by a Beastmaster? Tiny wasn't even there. What? How? How? I guess he was caught while swapping, like he was agility swapping to heal up and the axis caught onto him. That's the only logical explanation I have for that one. And now over on the top lane, Bristleback, he got low health, but DB, despite the charge, got techies. Catch all of those kills, especially if there's an initiation by DB from 3000 or something range. They nerfed it to 2000, but he can still, you know, walk away and teleport. And during the lane stage, the lane isn't that long, and you can artificially make it a bit shorter. I like by complete lack of these trees here. Oof, and Shazam from behind these trees all the way. Because the Primal Beast is in position 2. There's the 2-man fissure. Follow up Enchant Totem. Ember Spirit trying to remnant out, but Onslaught is still ready. Onslaught into 2. Techies jumping forward, trying to create space. Ember Spirit tossed up, still super low health, but running away. Can they get him? Crystal Maiden not quite in range for that snare. Fissure connects, and that's gonna be a dead Ember Spirit. Well played. It is just 1 kill, but it is the biggest kill on the map right now, at least as far as timing Dota is concerned. And in comes Primal Beast with the Onslaught once again, getting another kill. Army Geniuses, they get that Beast hero, which people, I think, undervalue a little. Summit, they're actually quite far ahead right now. Ember Spirit could be a bit of trouble on the mid lane. It's a 3 versus 2. Both of them slowed up. However, Crystal Maiden, oh my god, look at the damage from the Slayer Fists coming out there. And that's just gonna be a kill for Mercury instead. Do not feed this Ember Spirit. In comes a 2-man fissure. Snowball from Yaoi as well as the heal back up. And okay, they kill off the Ember Spirit instead. Getting another huge high value kill on this mid lane in their favor. Army Geniuses. This is all just space for the Morphling, who is currently morphed into, not the Link necessarily, but just being uncontested and able to farm. Ember Spirit, nice remnant out. Morph tries to get that arcane rune stolen from him. Won't succeed in that, but with the pulverize it doesn't matter, because guess what? Ember Spirit, he's not quite all that tanky. Primal Beast is, so he is gonna hold the front line for the side of Army Geniuses. Fissure, Searing Chains. No damage on the techies though, and techies gonna be fine. Out come the ice shards, but nobody really wants to commit for this anymore. They just want to kind of
is under attack.
Ember got an arcane. Could they make that lead to something? With the Crystal Maiden being at that high ground, he just checked out that high ground, immediately took a lot of damage. Out comes the silence from the techies, interrupting the Crystal Maiden ultimate. Crystal Maiden is gonna be killed up, and everyone from Summit is gonna be able to get themselves away. 4k gold lead now, as they are still in the process of pulling ahead, but a beautiful snowball is not gonna be enough for the Tusk. It will be by the end, but only in exchange for Tusk's life. Koalamon trying to run away, not quite successful. And the entire Beastmaster army is just standing by there like, who do we get to smash in the face? Cause 2 tier 1. Tiny as well as the techies coming in. They shall look. Shall they find Morphling? Ooh, that hurt. Those Shazam mines, they really had a ton of burst damage. You just can't morph like this. Morph really needs a shard. Even with shard it's gonna be difficult. Because shard doesn't work in silence. So Manta Star plus shard, you need to have both of them pretty much always at the ready. Your finger on the morph key. Koalamon died too, never mind with the roar. And it looks like Varus actually came on in, tried to save his body. Is instead just gonna get dropped. There is a Primal Beast, but Primal Beast, all you can do is farm, and 7k gold lead for the side of Summit. Summit, are they gonna turn into a road? Bristle man fighting as well. In comes the techies, getting himself to the other side of that team fight. And with the Bristle coming out, they will deal top damage, but there's a 5-man Echo Slam. And Army Geniuses, they finally find what they were looking for. Earthshaker's probably gonna die for that one. Varus definitely will. That's gonna be 2 return kills. However, it wasn't the best of a turnaround they could have hoped for. If Morphling lives, this is really, really good. And look at Morphling's damage on the Beastmaster, but there's the tiny nuke. And that's gonna be a full team wipe ultra kill on the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit, from the looks of it, he's about to run away with this game, as this is now an 11k gold lead. So I guess Tiny's just gonna be walking with his team, meaning Crystal Maiden provides so much intelligence.
That's for me.
And everyone converging on the top lane where Tusk has finally found his techies. Tiny will be the first follow-up initiation, but not quick enough to stop the snowball. So at least a little bit of space before Tusk goes him down. Freaking fast. Tiny too. If he actually wants to get hits in on the tower, doesn't need to right now because Beastmaster, he's got the push situation under control. That's a tier 3 dying. That's a ranged Rex being 5-shot by the Bristleback now, as Bristleback takes over the main push. And oh no. Varus, he went ahead, cut a creep wave there, but for cutting that one creep wave, you just lost support. Crystal Maiden forced to buy back even without the freezing field. And that's just gonna cause everyone on Summit to back off. Oh boy, there it goes. Fissure of the mark on the Ember Spirit. Varus died back first and foremost. The snowball is gonna keep the Tusk alive. Tusk just distracting 3 people from that direction of the fight. However, it's gonna pay with his life for that, as DB is doing the most he can on that Primal Beast, fronting as long as he can. And that is a kill, and never mind for the Morphling. Morphling will die for that though. And Primal Beast trying to run out of there. Can he against the Bristle? Even if he does, there is a Thunderhide about to be ran at your towers, at your racks. Roche. It respawns right in front of Tiny's nose actually. And everyone gets themselves into the pit as fast as they can. From both teams, and that's gonna result in a team fight being initiated with the Fissure from the Earthshaker. Now the Crystal Maiden gets gone on. Will however get saved by a snowball, as Ember Spirit just deals so much damage left and right, and Crystal Maiden trying to survive is not gonna be so lucky, as now that Primal Beast will be the next target. On the mid lane, Shazam died to Earthshaker plus the Morphling, but with Ember Spirit there, guess what? The Morph is gonna die, and I think this is just GG, as they're not even gonna wait for the Roche to be dead. They're just all gonna rush down the mid lane. Vector protection already disabled. That will be the tier 3 tower. That will be a lane of melee Rex. And it requires 2 buybacks to even remotely hold a single lane of Rex. Cannot play this against Megas. There's the 2 buybacks. Gonna see if it's enough. Nope. Yeah, we teleported in a little bit too soon. Forgot that TPs take extra the more people TP to the same spot on the map. Or maybe it was a mistake from the Morphling. One way or another, it's gonna be GG. Which is entirely fine, because, you know, Army Geniuses, they got a wedding to attend. So they were kind of in a rush. They went for really YOLO, really fast drafts, and it ended up being back.
Trinkets